Welcome to Be Offended with Joe and Tim.
Hi, Joe.
Hello there, Tim.
How are you today?
I'm a little flustered, actually.
Really? Really?
Yeah. I'm a little
Anything you
flustered.
want to share with your co-host and your podcasting audience?
My gay lover? No,
You can share with him too, I guess.
Yeah, I thought I was. Okay. All right.
Is he listening? Is he a listener?
Yeah. He's a co-host.
We have a third co-host?
God damn it. I'm trying to entrapment.
Never working.
Yeah. God damn it. Just play along. No, I was flustered because I have like so many computers that I kind of run to hook everything up. I only need like 3 out of the 4 of them. The 4th one is actually for when we have guests on, but I like to have all 4 running because they all do things separately. And I have a desk that's set up for the studio, and it's always just there set up except for one computer. Apparently, I didn't plug anything in, so all the batteries died on all the iPads. I have 3 iPads that were completely dead. So this entire time, I'm like rushing to because when you plug in an Apple device, oh fuck, is it the Apple Minute?
Oh.
Wait, where's the Apple Minute? There it is.
When you plug in the Apple device, of course it doesn't work.
Yes.
As we learned in an old episode. So yeah, they make it so it's impossible to use and charge at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So much like your stupid fucking mouse.
Yeah, my wireless mouse.
Yeah, I go to plug everything in, and of course it requires a charging time, and so I'm sitting there like literally waiting for everything to turn on. They're all charging. They're all plugged in.
But I want a podcast now.
Exactly. Yeah. Tim was like, "Can we podcast now?" I'm like, "Okay." And then I look at everything, and everything's off, and I'm like, "Fuck." So yeah, that's why I was flustered. I was rushing to plug everything.
I'll take the first story then, I guess. And O.J. Simpson's back in the news.
Yes. The murder
O.J.
minute.
Simpson is back in the news. The alleged murder minute, allegedly.
Didn't he? Oh no, that was for
acquitted on
stealing.
all charges, criminal.
God damn it.
He was found civilly liable.
Yeah.
But apparently, and I don't know who is. Oh, The Athletic. He was being interviewed by The Athletic, which is an online it's an online subscription sports
magazine
website.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like an online only. They have local, they have national, and it's subscription only. So I've never read it because they don't even have like a free article outside of payroll. Yeah. So he was apparently being interviewed by The Athletic, and he says that he avoids Los Angeles like the plague because he is afraid that he might bump into the real killer of Nicole Brown.
Wait, are there a lot of mirror shops around? Is there like you know, in New York City we have the lamp area and like there's little pockets of the parts in the town.
The garment district.
Yeah, the garment district. They have a lamp district. They have a computer district.
Mirror district.
Photo district. There's a mirror district, and that's apparently the bordering his home. So you can't go.
People may think this is self-serving, but I might be sitting next to whoever did it. Yeah. I really don't know who did this.
We haven't talked about, this is actually great because we haven't talked about him in like 15 or 16 years.
Well, why would he? I mean, the O.J. Simpson trial happened when you were in elementary school, so it's not...
This is great, though. I think.
Wait, hold on. I'm reading an interview with Playboy. He says he never masturbates because he's afraid he might be touching the penis of the real killer.
Wait, what?
And he just doesn't know. He's very concerned that he'll go to masturbate and he might end up touching the penis of the real killer. Yeah.
Yeah. This just in.
I haven't slept in 25 years. Yeah. Why is that, OJ? Because I'm afraid I'm going to go to bed and wake up next to the killer. With the real killer. OJ, you smell a little. I haven't taken a shower since I got out of prison. Why is that? Well, you never know. I'm going to be in the shower, and all of a sudden, the real killer's going to be in the shower too, and I'm very concerned of this real killer.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
whatever mental illness this man has, I need to get it, because the total confidence of O.J. Simpson, he is
through the years. Yeah, he's gotten more and more ballsy with his, like, you'd think by now it'd be like, all right, listen, I've already gone to prison. I've already been acquitted for everything else.
He would have been humbled or something.
Yeah, right? Like, at least just lived a life of quietness, like some of these other, high profile murderers who just like kind of disappeared, but he's taken the low road, I guess, and decided to just plow on through and continue with the sham.
Well, when he got out of prison for the memorabilia heist, the first thing he did was started Twitter, and he started giving Twitter videos of like his day and his advice. I think he did a video encouraging people to get vaccinations.
Oh, great. Another reason not to get the jab.
It's just a little jab. Yeah. It's not like 97 jabs across your face, listen, your neck.
Anybody knows about a jab. It's O.J. Simpson.
This one won't kill you. It takes many more jabs to kill you. And
it's a slow death.
Not that I know.
The fast death. And sometimes you have to wear gloves when this happens.
The real killer's everywhere. The other day, I opened up the photo app on my iPhone, and
the camera was
the camera app, and there was the real killer right on my iPhone. I don't know. I don't visit LA, and I don't have an email. I don't have a cell phone.
He doesn't have an avatar thing, like how you have on Facebook and Twitter and all these things. You have a little avatar, and you can put a photo of your face.
Yeah, he doesn't have one
because he's
How
afraid.
Did the real killer show up on my avatar for my Twitter? Oh my!
This fucking guy.
I don't use passwords. I'm afraid the real killer is going to find out my password, and he's going to send all my emails out. Going to get my bank account.
I wonder if he has like a separate email account that's just like his real world thoughts. He's got to put his real world thoughts somewhere.
I think these are his real world thoughts.
You think he's that delusional?
I think he's the most confident, most delusional person, that he walks in and everyone goes in, like he walks into a restaurant.
Calls him murderer.
No, they don't even boo. Just he walks into a restaurant. I was like, oh my God, that's OJ. Yeah. He's like, hi guys, yes it's me. It's OJ. I am.
What was his running autograph? What was his numbers? He was like an all-time
32. Okay. Well, he was number 32 on the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, he was like he's the franchise all-time leading rusher.
Yeah, everybody must be shocked that I entered the room.
Oh, I guess the Naked Gun must have been on last night. Everybody's looking over here at OJ. Hi everyone. Everyone. It's me, OJ. I'll get a sandwich.
The juice.
Line up. Yeah, the juice is here, everyone. Meanwhile, people are like shuffling towards the emergency exit.
It's
okay. You can stay. I eat sandwiches just like everyone else. No need to leave the restaurant. I'll even wait here online. No special treatment. Everyone lets him cut online because they don't let him cut. Oh no.
Don't cut online. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Imagine that you're online in front of OJ. You don't want him behind you, but you also want to let him cut you. So it's like this options. It's like this, the prisoner's dilemma or whatever.
A separate line forms.
It's Sophie's choice, because you don't want to turn your back to OJ, but you never want to say, OJ, you can cut. I know I can. Oh, you a jury in Los Angeles in 1994?
I wonder what his favorite Olympic sport is. Does he have like a hurdle jump? I think that's
probably the race walk.
The race walk?
Oh, judging by his high-speed chase, his quote-unquote high-speed chase, I'm thinking it's probably the race walk, because they are racing that's and getting away, but they're like very slowly. Very, very slowly.
We're still kind of...
but we're coming down from the Olympics.
Yeah, we're coming down from the Olympics. So
much like the ratings.
But we were getting into other weird like Olympic sports that I didn't really knew existed. And we kind of did that on the Olympic special. But then Tim sends me this race walk thing.
I took a video of the race walk with my phone. So it was on TV. So I sent a video because no description and no
context
could have possibly done the justice of just seeing like this group of men all just like, it's all hips, I guess.
Yeah, it's granny. You can't bend your knees. What the grannies do. If you ever see a granny,
this is advanced.
Well, it's advanced granny, but I've seen advanced grannies doing this stuff.
Yeah, so the race walk, I guess, and then some of the guys have penalties, because if you if you like bend your knee, if it becomes too much like a run, then they give you a penalty. So the two leaders were both one penalty away from disqualification, and they're heading in towards like the finish line. The gold medalist was like very far ahead, but then there was like a little race for like either silver or bronze, and you see them like race walking quicker, and you know they want to run. In their head, it's like I can just fucking run and beat this motherfucker across the line. Yeah, but they can't. They cannot because they're in a race walk. So you just see them like slowly just walking a little bit faster, and their hips and their elbows are flying. Yeah, if anyone's
it's the only sport that the cameramen can beat the runners.
It was a 50. It was a 50K, and they did it in under 4 hours. So it was actually their race walking. I would say pretty fast.
Still fast.
Their race walking. Yeah, their race walking as fast as like an average person runs, for sure. Like, well, people run marathons in like more than 4 hours. Yeah. If you can run a sub 4 hour marathon, you're considered like wow, that's impressive. You ran sub 4. But these guys walked a 50K, which is longer than a marathon. They walked it in less than 4 hours. So these guys are athletes.
I'm guessing these people can't get a medal for the real running stuff, but they're good enough. They're probably like the top of their game, but underneath like worlds. So, so instead of like winning at worlds and then going on to the Olympics, they're medalists, but they're not like Olympic material for like regular running.
Do you think they're failed runners? Yeah. I think behind every race walker is a failed runner.
Yes, exactly. They are the best of the lowest, bargain dollar. Like that's who these guys
are. These are world-class athletes. I'm sure they're going home losers to their studio apartments.
I'm sure they're hawking the gold for the medal.
They're certainly not using those condoms they give out in the Olympic Village.
No, they're not.
That's for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just see these runners as like, listen, we know you can't get a gold medal. We know you can't get a medal
in running. So a coach comes over,
they're like,
and he's like, listen,
we made this sport up for you.
Well, like in Happy Gilmore when he's like, he's terrible at hockey, but he's great at golf.
Yes.
So it's
the next step down.
Someone comes over and they bring him into coach. Yep. Do you want to talk to me, coach?
Yep.
Well, you know what? We've been looking at your splits here and in the Mariel, and we're just not up to come. Have you considered the race walk?
What's the what?
Excuse me? But I'm a runner, coach.
Well, in our world, you're
I've been looking
really
into this race walk, and just take a look at it. Here's some videos. They're best viewed set to Benny Hill music.
Do they undercrank the cameras like in the 1920s? So like it's 18 frames per second. So everything's a little bit faster than it is.
It looks like that when you're watching the Olympic race walk. It looks like that.
It's fast like the Charlie Chapman, quick running thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's Charlie Chapman walking, but watching a film from the 1900s. So everybody's got a little bit of speed to them, even though they're just walking.
Yes. Yeah, so that's
Jesus.
That was very fun. So because Joe's into his cycling now, and I was suggesting.
Wait, is there like a low tier thing that I can do in the Olympics? Is there like a hand pedaling thing? I can't do it with my legs, but I can do it with my hand. Oh no, they do that in the Paralympics.
The Paralympics.
Yeah,
have that,
all right. So I got to break a foot or something, and
take an IQ test.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fail the IQ test.
Yeah. You might be able to test into the Paralympics. I could. No, Paralympics.
Paralympics,
no, right. Special Olympics.
Special Olympics.
You can test into the Special Olympics. That was that Johnny Knoxville movie.
Yes,
The Ringer.
Yes,
right. The Ringer, where oh my God, they could never make that movie.
They could never. But you know what? A lot of the actors were actual special needs actors, and they're fucking hilarious in that movie. If you watch that movie, some of the best one-liners are from the whatever they're called. So avoiding words here.
So one of there's a local pool, and they actually just there's a kid. He's like 22 with Down syndrome.
Okay.
And he passed the lifeguard test, and he's now a lifeguard. Yeah, and I was like, I teared up a little. I'm like, that is so like, for
afraid.
No, that's amazing.
Okay, we're gonna
because the lifeguarding. Yeah, no, I was literally like, it must be something when you become a parent. that like these
Did you become sympathetic?
Because this is somebody's son, you know, and they have a son, and he's 22, and they think like, son. You know, and he still goes like, you know, to a program because you with Down syndrome you get a certain level of development, and then you stop, right? So okay. So people with Down syndrome, they get to about
they stop to a certain age. Okay,
so they had like this, so they'll be good as babies, but then it's like they get older, like they just stop developing, parrots. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So like, you know, you have this parent and they're like, now your kid is a lifeguard, and like they have the uniform, and he passed all the lifeguard tests that they made him do. Yeah. So it's a really nice story. So I just wanted to say that.
Is this the nice Tim?
Well, you were saying how good the actors were in The Ringer, and it just made me think about how proud I am, and I don't even know the guy of becoming a lifeguard, because it's not easy becoming a lifeguard, and especially with overcome Down syndrome for that.
Okay. So, well, that was the nice minute. The nice minute with Tim and Joe.
Yeah. No, becoming a parent changes you, Joe. It definitely, you read the stories a little bit differently.
Yeah. I read some stories differently.
Yeah. Well,
I think of how to make fun of you when I read the stories now.
I have a story that you're going to read differently after the break.
Well, I got one more. I got a couple of things.
Oh, I had such a nice segue into the break.
All right, fine. Force it. Go.
I have a nice story to read after the break.
Dive.
In the meantime, everyone, please visit smoothmyballs.com and use promo code BeOffendedRadio to save 15% off your order of Smooth Ball.
By the way, how quick am I on this fucking board lately, huh?
Oh, good thing they charged.
Yeah. I have like this giant like iPad Pro to the right of me, and my finger is just like hovering. It's like I'm on the holodeck of the Star Trek. Or
I'm
something.
Impressed. No, you're very quick on the board. Yes, with your whole setup there, getting radiation from like 17 iPod screens.
My eyes are bleeding right now.
It's definitely worth like the retinal cancer you're getting from. This is the first case we've ever seen. We've never seen anybody get cornea cancer before.
Where is this coming from? What are you doing? Do you operate near like radioactivity? No. I do a podcast.
That's a really good way to get them to have no follow-up questions.
Yeah.
I do a podcast. No more.
Oh, no more.
Okay, we'll be on a break, and I got a story that Joe might read a little differently than the rest of us.
Oh no!
When we come back,
we'll be back.
Are you looking for more talk radio? You can find all of Season 1 of Be Offended and Season 2 of The Inappropriate Guys at BeOffendedRadio.com.
And we're back.
We are back, Joe. I am Tim. That is Joe. We are Be Offended Radio.
You've clicked the button. You know who we are, I think, now, right?
So I have another Apple Minute.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What is going on?
Come on,
today?
hover boy.
Yeah,
Come on, hover boy.
It's going. There's a delay. All right. What's
big
this?
News.
What's this? Wait, big news? Something AI?
Some bigger for some than others.
Interesting. Okay. What is it?
Apple now will be automatically scanning all photos that are uploaded to the iCloud to see if they match known images of child sexual abuse.
I gotta go. I'll see you later. I have a plane to catch, and goodbye.
Hi, this is the Family Minute with Tim, your sole host. Diapers.
Wait.
Could they be any more expensive? Oh, you're back?
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is, so this is, and the reason, not the reason, and that's a good bit, Joe, but the reason that you read this differently is because you're very big on civil liberties and very privacy.
Yes, I'm very private.
Yes, so right
private
now, the story comes from our dear friend and listener Mike. Our dear. So he sends this to me without any context. He just says, he just screenshots the thing. Says Apple to scan photos, for child pornography. And I was like, okay. And I run it through my head. I go, it's definitely when it goes to the iCloud.
Because if it's on your phone,
you store something on your phone, then now, there's an expectation of privacy. There's an expectation, but once it goes to a third party, and then you're storing and it's hosted in the cloud. Because what they probably realized is that the iCloud is probably the largest repository of child pornography and like illegal videos in the entire world.
I gotta say,
they probably are hosting like millions and millions of like illegal images and like proofs of crime.
However, I'm going to throw a little devil's advocate in here and go with
in favor of who?
In favor
of Apple?
No, in favor of the privacy, but in a
that's
twist.
where I think you're going to come out. I think you're coming out. Yeah,
I think you think I'm coming out. That. If you have said child, for instance, okay, so this is a segue, and we'll get into your side, but this is part of it. On Facebook, which I barely use anymore, except for like political rants every once in a while.
Oh my God, we know, Joe. We know.
Like I've got all
researched.
Yeah. I've got all of my friends from high school on there, and all the people. And every once in a while, like everybody's a fucking parent now. Every once in a while, like someone posts their kids' photos, and then I delete them like from my existence. But every once in a while, they post like these older baby photos, but they're like kind of new. Like I have a friend that's
where are you going with this, Joe?
That they post like photos of their children, like at the beach.
Are grown up.
Not that they're grown up, but they're like they're in between that phase where I'm like, you shouldn't be posting that shit online. And every once in a while, it's like the Nirvana like cover photo thing.
Oh, so like the kids in the bath or something?
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like, come on. That's not something we need to see. And I think about that.
Well, that's not counting as child. This is known images of child pornography.
Okay, but that's what I'm getting at. It is at where do they see the line being crossed between a parent taking a photo of their child in privacy and it then being used for...
Well, see, and that was my initial thought, was that they were teaching the AI what like baby penises look like.
Yeah.
And that it was going to scan for naked children.
There goes everybody on this.
But instead, I guess they just, which is, I honestly don't know what's sick. This story has so many angles. I don't know what's sicker. But instead, it taught the AI like how to recognize. Like they just took like this giant trove of known pornography.
Oh, no.
And like now have, so now it's, so the AI
is like the worst sex offender of all.
Yeah. So the AI is comparing the pictures being uploaded with known pictures. So it's not scanning for naked children. It's scanning to recognize pictures that have already been labeled and flagged as child sexual images.
Jesus Christ.
So that was the initial problem. But then the other,
the job descriptions you must have at Apple.
Yeah. The poor person who had to develop the AI software.
Talk about bleeding eyes.
Yeah. So civil, and I thought you can come on the civil libertarian side of this, because a lot of people are concerned with the privacy quote unquote issues, but once you open up that
can of worms, it's a little creepy.
Well, so that's what they're saying. It's like, are they going to be opening up the iMessages for like China or something? Are they going to? Well, that's like the end to end is like on the end to end encryption.
Yeah,
it should be fine. But I think so. I don't see the slippery slope argument people are trying to make. It seems like if you are using a third party storage service, this third-party storage service can say, we want to make sure there's no illegal materials in here. Like if they're going to
pre-scan everything.
If you rented a storage unit, right? Like, one of those public storages, and like in the lease it said every once in a while we're going to open it up and like make sure you don't have bombs.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't know
where we went with that. Yeah. I said bodies and you said bombs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But actually, like in those storage units, they give you your own thing. Now, allegedly, there's no master key. When you got a storage unit, they give you an old thing. This is the lock, and the only two keys.
And it was a buy your own lock thing. So you can put whatever lock you want.
They shouldn't have. They don't have access to it. But if they changed it, because all of a sudden they realized that every public storage unit had 1,000 dead bodies in it, and they said, we're going to change the terms of service.
They have great ventilation.
The rental agreement to let us go in there. I think that makes sense. So I think that's what happened with Apple, is that they've had this iCloud for so long, and they realized, oh my God, like we're just storing billions of images of child pornography on our iCloud. Because that's my theory.
That's the same thing as the porn industry. Like all of these homemade porn videos that were uploaded.
Well, they all went away.
Yeah, but that's my point. Is
it sucks.
It's the same thing in that they're now saying, listen, you're gonna have a wall. I mean, it gets to the point where it is a slippery slope in that you're slowly getting people to give up privacy regardless once you have a terms of service agreement. and I think that's what it comes down to is.
Well, I think the it's non-consensual. So people were stealing, so you make a sex video with your ex-girlfriend, you break up, and you post it online. So there is and I think this is non-consensual, and there is an actual victim. So like to take off, like the thing with the Pornhub where you can upload it was that people were uploading like sex with unconscious women. People were uploading like spy cameras at locker rooms.
There's
also
things,
uploading.
There's also things you have to consider, like how many people have access to the password to this thing. It becomes where you sort of are in the realm where warrants need to be thought about because, for instance, there are shared. Well, no,
there's no
accounts.
Warrant there's no warrant if you once you go to a third party. Then that's what I'm saying. Like
the warrant is a subpoena to the third party, isn't that how that works?
No, they can. People go into Best Buy all the time to get their computer fixed. The person turns it on and child pornography comes flying out of it. They can call the cops now and be like, "Listen, I have this computer that was entrusted to me. I'm a third party. I turned it on. Child pornography fell out of it, and I'm calling you the police to come arrest this person who gave me the computer."
That's what I'm getting
at. That's totally fine.
But
so they can do that. Apple can do that. If Apple, now that they're scanning, you can either turn, if you're a child pornographer, you can turn off your iCloud. You don't have to use it. But if you're using the iCloud and you're a child pornographer, then they're going to look at it and then they're going to call the police and say, like, go arrest this guy. He's got child pornography. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
well,
because it's a third party. You don't have an expectation when you share with a third party.
That's my point.
Yahoo could, if you're using Yahoo email, Gmail, if you're using Gmail email and you're attaching a pornography to email your buddy, once it goes to Gmail, they can say we're going to scan that attachment.
Point. That's a terms of service. This is not funny. Not funny alert. Okay, we have to get into something here. So.
Well, no, we can go back to your original point that all Pornhub and all those websites suck now. All those websites stink now. There's no good porn anymore. There's no good porn.
I'm shoving it in.
Sorry. Go, Joe. Fine. Do your story.
We've done a lot of stupid things in our lives. And see, this is really a show for John the Babymaker, or a story for him.
I'm saving my John the Babymaker stories.
Really? Should I skip over that?
I have a whole pile of stories that we're gonna have John the Babymaker on, that we're gonna do.
I'm worried then if I should. You know what? I'll tell the story, and it'll be funnier when you hear John's point of view. That's okay. That always happens.
He is a listener, so he'll listen to it.
He'll listen to it, and then he'll comment on it next time he's on. So. John the Babymaker, for those of you who don't know, he had this little apartment above his family's garage. They call it a mother-in-law suite or something like that. It was separate from the house, so he was the house to always go to party and do stupid things. And we all hung out there, day and night, anytime. He wasn't even there half the time, we'd hang out. But in the wintertime, they winterized that the pipes. There was a shower and a sink and a bathroom there, but they would winterize it and turn off those pipes because there's no heating elements. So the bathroom wasn't ever really used. And so for John to have heat, he would freeze to death until he couldn't take it anymore. And then he had this heater unit. Do you remember the heater unit that he had? It was actually quite large.
Yeah, like a little space heater, like you plug it in. There's like a radiator.
Yeah,
thing.
So
it was like an electric heater.
I don't know if you remember it. So
those are pretty common.
So you don't remember it then because it wasn't an electric heater. It was a kerosene.
Oh God!
Yes. So one day
he was burning kerosene in an enclosed room.
So one day. This gets better. So one day, him and I are hanging out, and he's like, "Oh, I got to refill the heater. Can you help me?" So we go into his bathroom. First,
I hope this ends like you guys did the gasoline fight in Zoolander.
Wait till you hear this.
This is the gasoline fight.
So he has the thing stored in his shower. In an enclosed space, which is great. So he's got this thing in his shower, and he's got this tin can, like an army can of liquid, whatever the kerosene is. I don't know if it's kerosene or one of the, whatever it is. It's a flammable, highly flammable liquid, and we're trying to figure out how to get it in because he hasn't done it in a year. It's like the first time him firing it up, and he said he lost the funnel. So I'm like, oh shit. Okay. So how do we get this in if we lost the funnel? Because it's like a small opening and it's an awkward position to tip the can in. So we're doing this in the shower so that if anything spills, it goes into the shower.
You don't want on your clothes. You might as well get naked, right? I assume this is.
Well, okay. So you're jumping the line here. So what happened was we were trying to tip this thing. It was heavy. The bulk.
So what, do you make a funnel out of like a toilet paper?
I wish we were that smart. I really do.
That smart to like.
So
I'm thinking you like folded like a magazine or something. Like.
So I really wish we were that smart.
Not even.
You weren't even
smart enough to be that dumb.
No,
you're dumber than that level of dumb.
This is dumber.
It's dumber than like a toilet paper roll.
So we're sitting there trying to pivot this thing into the correct position so that there's the least amount of angle to lift the can. And this is a big can of liquid, flammable liquid. And John is tipping it over and I'm holding the machine. Okay. John slips with this kerosene can. It hits the top of the heater unit and splashes all over both of us.
Oh God.
We are literally, our pants are soaked with kerosene.
It's time for a cigarette break.
So
now
we're also doing this in the bathroom. So there's there's 3 walls enclosing at least, all the fumes and everything, because the fumes are really what catches fire, not the liquid.
Yeah.
And of course I'm at his
science minute.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there with him covered in kerosene in the bathroom. And I had this moment and I literally, this came by because I scrolled across something on YouTube and these stupid kids doing these what's it called? Cinnamon things.
Oh, okay.
With a cinnamon powder is highly, highly flammable, and really stupid kids do these quote jokes with people with cinnamon powder, and it like gives them scars for life and they burn them.
Oh
yeah. Horrible,
fun.
Stupid things that they share on YouTube. And so one of those things came by. It was Tosh 2.0 or whatever this fucking stupid thing is. He makes fun of videos.
Still around?
Yeah, okay. Which is another weird thing. So I saw that, and that spiked this memory in my brain of being covered in something flammable. And that moment where you're like, okay, don't do anything stupid. Don't like
no ignition.
Don't rub a balloon anywhere near my hair. Like anything static electricity.
Make sure you're not going to get rid of the kerosene smell by lighting incense or something.
Yeah. This really smells bad in here.
We should light some incense.
Yeah. So here's the problem, and this is why it's good to tell this side of the story. I don't remember what we did to solve this problem of us being covered. We probably
passed out, right? From all the fumes, I guess.
Just woke up a week later.
Yeah, in the hospital.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I knew, I was covered in kerosene. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, it's probably the molesting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know how people tend to
black out.
If you take with the years of therapy, you'll probably be able to remember the rest of that story.
Great. Well, we need to have a therapy moment with me.
Yeah, we need a therapist
to pull back these repressed memories.
Yeah, to figure out who was because once your pants are off, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know this. I didn't have a spare pair of pants.
No, of course not. Yeah.
So,
and it was so cold. So you sit there waiting for your pants to dry.
So we just
and the heater's not on, so you have to cuddle, right? I mean, you have to.
And John's all fluffy.
Yeah, John's just a big teddy bear.
Yeah. So
all that body hair.
It's not like we could wash anything because the water's off.
No, there's no water. There's no heat.
There's no escape.
You're covered in gasoline. Yeah. You have to blow each other. I mean, what else did you have to do?
What?
And then repress the memory.
Yeah, and then repress the memory, and then you're fine. And then Tosh 2.0 video triggers it. Is this a PTSD? I'm slowly going to remember this.
You're slowly going to remember. Why's my butt hurt? It's so weird.
It's so weird of a memory. You know how they have those sense memories where you smell
every time
something?
you pass like the Coleman aisle at Ace, you know, like your butt starts to hurt a little bit. You're like,
I'm at Home Depot.
Like, well, yeah. Why is the camping aisle at Home Depot make my butt hurt a little? That's weird.
Or I get aroused.
Yeah.
Why do I get a boner passing by the camping aisle?
Yeah, that's weird.
So that's a story we have to bring up to John the Baby Maker.
Maybe he'll remember who who made the first move.
Yeah,
like the pants were on.
Who did the first move? Yeah. And that's
because we know how it ended. We just need to know how it got from. Yeah. I feel like you guys might have passed out. That makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the fumes were not helping the intelligence level in the room.
Well,
which is already a little handicapped as
by
is.
the way, I'm going to clip this. I'm going to send off to Special Olympics for you. So
this gets me in.
So this guy, we don't even need to take the test.
Nah.
You can actually waive the test by telling a story about pouring kerosene in.
They have a special door for me just to go through.
And then was there any venting on the kerosene? So had you not poisoned yourself pouring it into would you have poisoned yourself by running it indoors, or was there like a hose that went outside or something?
So this is the other thing. I think we all have been exposed to this heater, and we've all slowly kerosened our brain cells away in John's place, because
I feel like even at that age I would have figured something out. I do not remember. I remember his really long, like radiator.
Yeah, he had an electric one, which
that's the only memories I have is the electric. I do not have any memory.
He had one. I forget what they're called, but there's a special name for them. I'll Google it and we'll talk about it with John. But I'm pretty sure that because his parents still have the house, I'm pretty sure they never threw that thing out. So
but you remember too, in the winter, I was on the swim team. I was doing the plays, so I didn't see you guys. as much
we
in the
were
either.
winter buddies for sure.
Yeah. Like I was more of a, because just like the way our lives were. Like in the summer, we had the free time. I always had a girlfriend in the summer, and then in the winter, like it was very much like a lot of school activities on the weekends, and that would probably prevent me from being poisoned.
Yes,
with
John and
friends.
I were on the debate team together, and so we did a lot of winter activities together.
We didn't have a debate team.
Yeah, we did. Model Congress. That's
not the debate team. That's Model Congress, and that was also just a finger bang.
Yes, I know. It's just to get every high schooler to hang out with every other high schooler.
Yeah, it was just a lot of ugly people humping each other.
So that was this story that
that's really funny. I thought me and John were on the debate team. It was actually just like a shared hallucination you had when you were passed out.
I never did any of those.
Gas.
Oh my god! Does that mean that all of John and I's stories get just
it's just
shared
one
hallucination?
It's just all the crazy things. Yeah. All the crazy things that you said that happened when I wasn't there was just hallucination.
Sucking in
because you guys were sucking in kerosene fumes and you pass out, and then you come up with these outlandish stories about like all these things you did and like all these girls you hooked up with and all these. Yeah, no, we built this, we did that. No, it was just you guys were huffing. You had no idea that you actually you were like just huffing through all of high school.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you're basically just doing little like NOS cans or whatever. Yeah, you're doing whippets. Yeah, you basically was the equivalent of like just
Yeah, no, that was
everything. Every single story that you guys have ever told.
So every winter story is
every winter story is a shared hallucination. Yeah,
we're just talking about it and creating our own memories together.
Yeah.
Like John when he was asleep and he dreamt he was hooking up.
When we went to Tufts, and John woke up with this story of this fantastical story about his trip around campus and the cup of coffee from a stranger,
his friend with the girl.
Some girl was having fun. Yeah, and it turns out that John was just passed out on the floor for like 9 hours. Like, that's basically every single story in high school.
Yeah. Well, now we have a mystery to solve with John. We get him on.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
But that's so funny. I guarantee they still have this thing. So I'm going to try my best for him to get somebody to get a photo of it because I need to like see like the warning label. That's probably giant.
Like, do not for indoor use.
Yes, exactly. Like use in well ventilated area. Don't use around stupid kids.
Yeah.
Don't use in the bathroom. Yeah. So, but that was one of those moments where like your life flashes before your eyes. And I've had many of those. And I think I'm going to start that this is a reoccurring thing with me.
Oh, all the times you've almost murdered yourself?
Yes, because
stupidly,
I realized,
not purposefully.
No, yeah.
Not
these
like
are
doing
all
dangerous
like,
activity. Not like, I went skydiving.
Yeah,
and
no.
Plane.
This is
like, no, I was just going about my life and did something stupid that almost killed me.
Yeah, I've got at least 7 of these. So we can make it for quite a while, even if we just do one per show.
Oh, I might have a new favorite segment coming up. Joe's almost killed himself segment.
Joe's stupid accidental death moments.
Yeah. Talk about the time that you went to Harlem with a sandwich board sign.
Yeah. Or well, I was in Africa.
People still know Die Hard 3. People still know Die Hard 3, right? Die Hard with a Vengeance.
No, that's a reference that it's like a you and I reference.
Okay, look it up, everyone. Harlem, Bruce Willis, street corner sandwich board.
I don't think that ages well in today's.
It doesn't. That's why it's so funny.
All right. Well, anyway, that was my almost.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
Almost dead story. I'll come up with some kind of music for it, I'm sure. And,
okay.
Because it's definitely reoccurring. I got a bunch more.
A new theme.
New theme, great. But
did I ever tell you about this time I was online and OJ came up behind me?
And I said, "Oh, would you like to cut it?"
Would I? And now I have 6 more stories of almost killing it. That was my 7th, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
All right. Well, I think we've done something. I don't know.
Very good.
This has been all over the place.
Smoothmyballs.com. Use promo code BeOffendedRadio to save 15% on your order.
Yes.
Email us at angryhatemail@gmail.com.
Yep. And
follow us on Twitter and Instagram at BeOffendedRadio.
There you go. And you can find more of us online everywhere. Like, listen to the old shows. They're really good. You got it. If you're starting now, go back. Go back.
Yeah.
All right.